So you just bought a brand new gleaming Epson printer. You've wrestled it out of the box, meticulously peeled off every last piece of blue tape, plugged it in, and nothing. Your Windows computer sees it, sure, but it's about as useful as a paperweight. You click print and it feels like the universe just laughs. If that feeling of tech betrayal sounds painfully familiar, you're in the right place. The gap between your printer being detected and being truly usable is where most of the frustration starts, but it doesn't have to be that way. This isn't just another quick tutorial, this is your complete guide. We're going from zero to a fully functional printer. We'll cover grabbing the absolute correct driver for your specific model, walking through the standard installation, and then we'll cut the cord and set up wireless printing. But we won't stop there. We'll even get you set up with cloud features that let you print from practically anywhere in the world. By the end of this, you will be in complete control of your Epson printer. Let's get started. Before we click a single Next button, we need to talk about the most important rule of this entire process. You have to get your driver from the official Epson support website. It sounds obvious, but this is where so many people go wrong. Third-party driver sites are often littered with outdated files, bloatware, or even malware. And Windows, while trying to be helpful, will often install a generic driver that only gives you the most basic functions, leaving all the advanced settings you paid for completely inaccessible. Without the official driver from the manufacturer, your printer and computer just can't communicate properly. Here's how to do it right. Open your web browser and write on Google, download, and then your printer model, and then driver. Type in your exact printer model. For example, Epson L3156. Be precise. You will usually find the first result on the official driver page. Please be sure to check if that is the official website of the producer. Once you're on the support page for your printer, it should auto-detect your operating system, whether it's Windows 10 or 11. It's always a good idea to double-check this though. If it's wrong for some reason, just click the drop-down and pick the right version of Windows. Now, scroll down to the Drivers section. You might see a few options. What you're looking for is the main Drivers and Utility Combo Package installer, or something similar. This is the whole shebang. It has the printer driver, the scanner driver, and all the essential software. Try to avoid any files labeled Universal Driver. While they might work in a pinch, they aren't tailored to your specific hardware and can lead to weird glitches or missing features. Click the download button for that full recommended package. This one file is the key to making your printer do everything it's supposed to. Now just download the file onto your computer. With the correct driver downloaded, we can start the installation. For this first crucial setup, we're going to use a good old-fashioned USB cable. There's a very important reason for this. We always recommend connecting your printer with a USB cable for the initial setup. This creates a direct, stable connection that avoids any potential Wi-Fi headaches, ensuring the driver installs perfectly the first time. Even if your goal is to print wirelessly, starting here is the safest and most reliable way to do it. First, make sure your printer is powered on, but, and this is a critical step, do not connect the USB cable to your computer yet. If you plug it in too early, Windows might jump the gun and try to install its own generic driver, which is exactly what we're trying to avoid. Now, find the file you just downloaded, which should be in your Downloads folder. Double-click it to launch the installer. Your computer will probably ask for permission to let the program make changes. Just click Yes. The Epson installation wizard will now guide you through the process. The first few screens are pretty straightforward. You'll need to select your language and accept the license agreement to continue. The installer will then start copying files and getting your system ready. At some point, the installer will pop up a message that explicitly tells you to connect your printer. Now is the moment. Take your USB cable, plug one end into the printer and the other into an open USB port on your computer. The installer will then detect the printer and configure the connection automatically. This is the clean handshake we wanted, guided by the Epson software, not by Windows. Just follow the rest of the on-screen prompts. It might ask if you want to set this as your default printer. Once you see a message like Setup Complete, you're done. Go ahead and print a test page. It's always a good idea to confirm everything is working perfectly. Your printer is now officially installed and ready to go with a direct USB connection. If that just solved your problem and you're ready to start printing, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. But if you're ready to ditch the cables and embrace some wireless freedom, don't go anywhere. We're about to cut the cord. Now that the core drivers are properly installed on your computer, setting up the Wi-Fi connection is a two-part process. First, we need to get your printer on your home's Wi-Fi network. Second, we need to tell Windows where to find your printer on that network. So there are two ways to set up the Wi-Fi on your printer. You can use the small screen on your printer, or you can use the software you have downloaded. For some more advanced models, you can do this. You'll be using the small screen and buttons on its control panel. Press the Home button and then use the arrow keys to find an option called Wi-Fi Setup or Network Settings and press OK. From there, you want to select the Wi-Fi Setup wizard. The printer will then scan for all the Wi-Fi networks in the area. Use the arrow keys to find your home network's name, your SSID, from the list and press OK. Now for the slightly tedious part, entering your Wi-Fi password. Use the arrow keys to navigate the on-screen keyboard, carefully typing in your password. Pay close attention to uppercase, lowercase, and symbols. Once you've entered it, select OK or Done. The printer will take a moment to connect. Once it's successful, you'll see a Setup Complete message or a little Wi-Fi symbol on the printer's display. Part 1 is done. Your printer is now on the network. If you do not have a screen on your printer, as I have here, you can use the software to connect your printer to the Wi-Fi. For this, you will need to ensure that your printer is connected to the computer with the USB cable. You can just follow these steps and select Connect to Wi-Fi on this step of the setup. You can also try this. Go to your Windows computer, go to your settings by clicking the Start menu and selecting the gear icon, navigate to Bluetooth and Devices, and then click on Printers and Scanners. At the top of this screen, you'll see a button that says Add a printer or scanner. Click it. Windows will start searching your local network for any available printers. Since your Epson printer is now on your Wi-Fi, it should show up in the list after a few moments. When you see your printer's model name, click on it and then click the Add Device button. Windows will use the main driver we already installed to finish the wireless connection, handling all the technical stuff in the background. Once it's finished, your printer will be listed as available and you can now print, scan, and manage everything completely wirelessly. You've installed the driver and connected wirelessly, but what if you could print to your home printer from your office, from your phone, or even from another country? That's what Epson Connect is for. It's a free cloud service that gives your printer its own unique email address, letting you print from anywhere with an internet connection. Setting this up is surprisingly simple. The first step is to grab the Epson Connect printer setup utility from the Epson support site. Just like before, search for your printer model, head to the support page, and look for this specific utility in the software section. Download and run the installer. You'll again agree to a license and click Install. Once it's running, the utility will automatically find your printer on the network. Select your printer from the list and click Next. Now choose the option for printer registration and click Next. After agreeing to the terms, you'll be prompted to either create a new Epson Connect account or add this printer to an existing one. If this is your first time, you'll fill out a quick form to create your account. This is where your printer gets officially registered with the cloud service. When you finish the registration, your printer is assigned its very own email address. This activates a feature called Email Print. Any document, photo, or PDF you email to this address will automatically print out on your home printer. You can also log into your Epson Connect account online to manage settings, check your printer's status, and create an approved senders list to prevent any spam prints. Beyond email print, this also enables services like remote print and scan to cloud. Scan to cloud is especially cool, letting you scan a document on your printer and send it directly to a service like Google Drive or Dropbox. With this final piece in place, your printer is no longer just a local device, it's a tool you can access from anywhere on Earth. And that's how you do it. You've gone from a confusing box of plastic to a fully integrated, wireless, cloud-enabled printer. We've covered the golden rule of using official drivers, the rock-solid reliability of a USB-first installation, the smooth transition to wireless printing, and even the convenience of printing from anywhere on Earth. The key is simply following the right steps. Get the right software from the official source, establish a stable connection, and then build out the features from there. Your Epson printer is now a true tool, ready to work for you, not against you. Thanks for watching this complete guide. If it helped you finally conquer your printer setup, please consider subscribing to more in-depth tech tutorials. Happy printing!